The Google Home is a nifty little speaker that harnesses the power of Google Assistant to play music, respond to all sorts of questions, stream movies and TV shows across televisions, control smart home devices, and even tell jokes in a pinch. Let's see what it brings to the table. To be the first to know about all the latest and greatest in tech reviews and opinions, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to know when videos go live on YouTube. The Google Home has a very minimalist, clean and inconspicuous appearance. The top half is made of white plastic while the bottom is a removable mesh panel covered in fabric. The device is only available in white, but the bottom panel can be swapped out to add a splash of personality. It looks quite premium and is very compact, especially when compared to the Amazon Echo, which looks cold and utilitarian in comparison. While the Google Home Mini can be powered via power banks thanks to its micro USB port, the regular Google Home is meant to be stationary and uses a proprietary mains power adapter that plugs in at the bottom. The top of the Google Home slopes at an angle and hides a touch-sensitive panel that can be used to play or pause music and adjust the volume. The slant on the top also has LEDs that light up like colorful Google dots. There is only one physical button at the back which disables the microphones in case you're worried of privacy. The setup process is extremely simple. Provided you have a reliable Wi-Fi connection, the Google Home app will recognize the device in a jiffy after running through a few simple steps. 3 far-field microphones help the Google Home pick up voices from across the room. The Google Home is basically a meteorologist, DJ, game show host, encyclopedia, and work planner all rolled into one. You can ask it about random facts, the weather, directions to a specific destination, the best Chinese restaurants around you, and so on. You can also ask it to set reminders and alarms, call or text people, and even create shopping lists.
Okay Google, let's play a game.
Okay, I've got lucky trivia or crystal ball. The choice is yours.
Okay Google, who built the Taj Mahal?
The Taj Mahal was designed by Ustad Ahmad Lahori and Ustad Isa.
Okay Google, set a reminder for a team meeting tomorrow at 11 am.
Alright, I'll remind you tomorrow at 11 am.
Okay Google, should I carry an umbrella day after tomorrow?
No, it won't be raining in Delhi on Sunday. It'll be sunny there with a high of 42 and a low of 26.
How do I get to City Walk?
The best way to get to Select City Walk by car is via Press Enclave Mark, which will take about 19 minutes and heavy traffic.
What are the Chinese restaurants around me?
I found a few places. The first one is the China Kitchen at shop number -21, Pocket 8 DDA Market, Sukhdev Vihar in New Delhi. The second one is Royal China at 16th floor, Eros Corporate Towers, Nehru Place in New Delhi. The third one is the Golden Dragon Bar and Restaurant at 013, Lajpat Nagar in New Delhi.
That said, there are 3 use cases in which Google Home excels: getting recipes, listening to the news, and playing music on request. It even worked for local dishes such as Rajma Chawal and Dal Makhani, but sometimes the measurements for ingredients were in US units such as ounces. Having Google Home read the top news stories of the day aloud in the morning is also extremely convenient. You can customize news sources via the Google Home app, but we're limited to international sources at the moment. Google Home can also play songs on request from Google Play Music, Gaana, and Saavn. It does a good job of recognizing the names of Indian songs and artists, and can also play personal playlists if you have a paid account for any of the aforementioned services. Your queries are logged in the Google Home app, which is very handy. When you ask Google Home for directions, it opens them in Google Maps in the app. Similarly, search results and certain answers are displayed in the app as well. This works a bit inconsistently though. Some queries are not displayed while others are. There is no pattern to this. Google Home understands contextual questions as well. Alexa and Apple Siri lack such contextual understanding of text flow.
Okay Google, who is the Prime Minister of India?
Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of India.
How old is he?
He's 67 years old.
In our experience, Google Home understood Indian accents very well and did not trip over complex names of Indian artists and albums. Hindi language support is also coming later this year, which should further enhance the appeal of the smart speaker. You can club multiple actions together into routines. Say, "Okay Google, I am home," and the Google Home can turn on the lights and play some relaxing tunes via Play Music. While all of this sounds extremely nifty and futuristic, Google Home's functionality is a bit limited in India right now. Unlike Amazon Echo, Home cannot be used to book cabs or make hotel and flight reservations. It lacks a lot of local content at the moment. Add to that the nascent stage of smart home technology in India, and the smart speaker loses some of its sheen. How does Google Home fare as a speaker? In a nutshell, average. Google Home is surprisingly loud for its size. It's more than capable of filling a moderately sized room with sound thanks to its 360-degree speakers that fire in all directions. That said, the actual sound quality is nothing to write home about. Google Home has a 2-inch driver and dual 2-inch passive radiators. In our experience, it distorted at high volumes and vocals in particular sounded muffled. The mids were repressed and got lost in the sound mix, and the highs lacked sparkle and clarity. To give credit where it's due, the dual 2-inch passive radiators deliver a considerable amount of bass, which makes Google Home well suited for predominantly bass-heavy genres such as EDM, R&B, and hip-hop. Google Home can also be used as a plain old vanilla Bluetooth speaker as well.
Okay, Google, pair Bluetooth.
Okay, to connect, open Bluetooth settings and look for the device called Office Speaker.
Okay, Google, disconnect Bluetooth.
Alright, Bluetooth is disconnected.
We actually preferred using Google Home as a Bluetooth speaker because casting music via Wi-Fi is quite arduous. While music quality is superior, casting is slow and quite buggy. There is a perceptible lag between hitting play and the music starting to play. Google Home can also be connected to any Bluetooth-enabled speaker. It's a great way to enhance its rather limited audio capabilities. If you already have decent speakers, it makes much more sense to buy the less expensive Google Home Mini, which has many of the same capabilities as Google Home. There simply isn't any practical or pragmatic reason at the moment to buy Google Home over similarly priced Bluetooth speakers such as the JBL Charge 2 Plus, which offer better sound quality. Almost everything the smart speaker does can be done manually. However, Google Home is a great futuristic alternative to a vanilla Bluetooth speaker that could make your life a little more convenient at the expense of sound quality. While most of Google Home functions can be achieved with the Google Assistant on a smartphone, a large part of Google Home's appeal lies in the fact that it lacks a screen. It somehow feels much more natural to ask someone for the weather or a recipe. Not only does it feel less mechanical, but it also takes you away from the multitude of distractions offered by a smartphone. Is Google Home a game changer? No, not yet at least. However, it is a nifty gadget that has a lot of potential waiting to be tapped. Buyers considering it should also take a look at the Google Home Mini, which can be connected to any Bluetooth speaker and leaves a much smaller dent in your pocket. Thanks for watching this video, and for all things tech, check out Gadgets360.com.